2014 AUDL season brought a fresh look with a brand new Western Division. Immediately it was clear that San Jose would set the standard. In the East, defending champion Toronto remained the favorite, but on the opening weekend, both New York and DC, with some key personnel additions, gave the Rush some great battles. As intensity grew, spirit of the game remained a cornerstone of the sport, with the integrity rule on display. In Week 2, the Montreal Royale and their fans gave the AUDL its largest crowd ever, and the on-field artistry rose to the occasion.
Oh my goodness, what a play!
What an incredible grab!
The Montreal Royale have their first top 10 highlight.
By Week 7, San Jose and San Francisco were a step ahead in the West. In the Midwest, a three-team race emerged, with Chicago, Madison, and Indianapolis all tightly packed. And in the East, Toronto was still perfect, with New York and DC battling for the second spot. With still half a season remaining, new stars began to emerge.
Unbelievable sky from Darren Wu. The 18-year-old has been arguably the best player on the field.
Back east, Montreal put the top teams on edge as the Royale gained confidence with experience. In Week 9, DC scored a crucial road victory in Montreal, all but sealing a playoff berth. The Breeze would face Toronto in the quarterfinals, while New York did not know its round 1 opponent until the season's final week, featuring some critical positioning in the Midwest.
Rising up and pulling it down.
As the dust settled, Madison would host Indianapolis, while Chicago traveled east to New York. Out west, Vancouver gave both Bay Area teams great battles in the regular season, but the Spiders and Flamethrowers remained atop the division. When they met in the playoffs, San Jose made all the big plays to beat San Francisco 26-16. Madison joined the Spiders in the Final Four by holding off Indy 25-16, eliminating the Alley Cats and the league's leading scorer, Cameron Brock. In the intriguing interdivisional matchup, New York stood tall against Chicago, prevailing 22-17. Toronto also guaranteed a reservation for championship weekend by dismantling DC 37-12. The Rush were ready to defend their title on their home turf. It was time for championship weekend, with Toronto, San Jose, Madison, and New York composing the AUDL's Final Four. The first semifinal matchup brought the two Eastern Division squads together, with the Rush looking to beat the Empire for the third time on the year. In the regular season, Toronto won by 2 and by 3. In the playoffs, it was a very different story. Toronto dominated New York, rolling into the finals with a 31-16 rout.
So the Rush are on to the title game here in 2014, their second straight trip into the final pair. It'll be either Toronto versus San Jose or a rematch of last year, Toronto against Madison.
The second semifinal was a thriller, conflicting styles going head-to-head as San Jose's offensive firepower ran into Madison's gritty defense. The Radicals made some plays, but the Spiders' precision offense eventually found its flow. Tight in the fourth quarter, the game went down to the wire.
Right back from Kevin Brown. Indeed by Marcelo Sanchez.
In the end, San Jose prevailed 23-20 in one of the great games of the season.
You know, this is the first time you guys have been challenged to the extent that you have, and you have to wake up tomorrow and play another really hard game. Do you guys have the legs? Do you have the energy to do it?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Absolutely. We got 8 legs.
On Championship Sunday, we witnessed the matchup that all fans wanted to see. And in the biggest game, the Spiders threw the first punch.
Up into the wind, Gibson nearby, Harris nearby. San Jose's got it! What a way to break! On the opening point, it's Greg Cohen.
Playing at home, the Rush responded. With San Jose up 12-9, the Spiders began to pull away. A 7-2 run made it 19-11, and league MVP Bo Kittredge delivered the dagger.
In just one season, the San Jose Spiders have risen to the top of the AUDL hierarchy. The San Jose Spiders are the 2014 AUDL champions. 28-18 over Toronto.